I like to show you the native plants that I've got going this year. Here on the fence line is common sunflower. They won't bloom till later in the year. I've got morning glories all over the base there. Here's rose verbena. Here's a morning glory in bloom. They're just starting to open up this morning. This is a white heath aster. It won't bloom till much later in the year. I've got fleabanes, and these flowers actually close at night. They're just starting to open up. I've got black-eyed Susans. I've got royal catchfly. These are red flowers. You can see this is just starting to bloom. It's another morning glory. So you can see this morning glory vines wrapped all over this common milkweed here. Common milkweed, very tall this year. Here's another common milkweed plant. You can see it's just loaded with blooms. Well over 6 foot tall. You can see I have to tie it up with string so it doesn't fall over. I've got Missouri evening prime roses here. They're not in bloom yet. This is tickseed coreopsis. It's not in bloom yet. I've got gray-headed coneflower. It's just starting to bloom. It'll actually have yellow petals. This is New England aster. It won't bloom till much later in the year, and it's just got wrapped up with this bindweed. This plant, it's called bindweed. It has white blooms. I'll show you that. It's in bloom over by the bird bath. I've got goldenrod back here. It won't bloom till much later in the year. Another common sunflower here. Here's these milkweed blooms, just loaded. So this is the host plant for the monarch butterfly, which I don't get too much, not till much later in the year. And I just read something the other day where the monarch butterfly is now, I think they said 90% almost gone of what it was. So here's wild indigo, wild blue indigo. It blooms early, like spring. You can see it's seed pods. It's gone into seed. Foxglove beard tongue. This thing was loaded with blooms this year, but again, this one blooms early, so it's gone into seed. It's got a purple cone flower there. It's got a lot of cone heads on it, but only one in full bloom. I'll show you this other side here. More black-eyed Susans. This is all fleabane. And again, this plant closes at night, so it's just starting to open back up. You can see this side is loaded with purple coneflower blooms. I've got another wild blue indigo plant. It's gone into seed. This here is mountain mint. This is new this year, and it's going into bloom right now. This here, that's yarrow. That blooms early in the spring. You could see the blooms are white and they're starting to dry up. There's a fresher looking one. It's bright white. Another gray-headed coneflower, and that's just one single plant. Here, this one, you can see it's starting to get its yellow petals. This here is false sunflower. So these are all native plants, native to the region where I live, which is in Missouri. Now here's the bird bath. So here's yarrow, again. That looks like a fresh bloom. And this is all fleabane. And again, these are flowers that close at night and then they open in the morning, so they're just starting to open. And then do you see that there? This is that bindweed that I mentioned. White blooms. It's a vine. You can see it. There's something in here, but you can't even really see it anymore. It's like a vine support. It's loaded. That thing completely took over. So I've got these white blooms everywhere from that vine. And that's what I've got going on so far. It'll start to look a lot better once these sunflowers start blooming.